you all wrapped around your finger, and you're grown men. Oh shit, ladies. Hey, correct me if I mix y'all up. I'm a fucking idiot.
This guy. Oh yeah, I know a lot of people. Oh, what are you doing watching AD? And I said it earlier, man. Let me make sure my sound's right. Mm, yeah, it is. All right. So I'll give it a few minutes because for some reason StreamYard doesn't give a notification as well as everything else. Bulldog, what's good, man? Nothing. I got a little venting, and hopefully I'm gonna open up a panel here and let some people hop up. We'll see though. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to do that. In theory, I would like to do that, but I don't know if that's gonna go like everybody believes it's gonna go. Little payday, what's good, man? Brutally honest, what's good? Cortex, what's up, buddy? So Cortex, um, I'm glad to see you, dog. I miss you guys' lives, man. I really miss the lives and the music talk, the interviews, stuff like that. I miss that. That was dope. Paula Pauly, what's good? Stephanie, Six Babes, what's good? All right. I'm gonna start saying what I gotta say. And I'm gonna keep it. I don't mean any disrespect when I say what I'm about to say. None whatsoever. Actually, let me give you the reasons on why I'm deciding to say what I probably wanted to say for longer than maybe I want to admit. But I'm gonna tell you why that is. So let me make this crystal clear. Me, this guy right here, was the guy that provoked. Well, I can't say provoked. I was the one that went to Payday originally, and me and Payday made. I think we made a square video. The reason behind that, and I'm gonna share this with everybody, was because I felt like if somebody is going to exist on the internet as an individual, especially as a teenager, almost a teenager, they need to understand what something that is toxic that you don't need to look up to, which was Square. And I'm going to say that people might take that wrong. I don't care. Second is I wanted Payday to understand that if you're going to do something like this on YouTube, keep it to, um, keep it to the respect level that it should be kept to, if that makes sense. Like everything has a limit, man. Everything has a limit. And I feel like a lot of the times people, regardless of their situation, look, I'm going to say this: addiction is a motherfucker. There's so many addictions in the world. It's not just drugs, it's not just food, it's not just sex. Some people are addicted to scratching their chin too much. They'll scratch their chin every couple seconds. It's a habit. Habits are formed, and then essentially that can become an addictive nature. Some people just have an addictive personality. Like it doesn't have to be an addiction to a drug or a substance or anything. It can be the addiction to attention. It can be the addiction to stress. It could be the some people are stressed so much that they feel I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of being fucking angry and stressed sometimes to where it's like fuck you, fuck everybody around me. I don't want nothing to do with anybody. And that affects the overall crowd. Like it doesn't just affect me. Let me do something because I think I know what goes on. I'm just gonna give everybody a heads up here. Fun fact. If you do a StreamYard and you set it up, you better go into the studio and change it from make sure you mark it if it's made for kids or not made for kids, but it won't let you do that until it's posted, which is stupid. But anyway, um, I think that's a problem with the notifications. Anyway, I got sidetracked. So when when I look at the overall picture of what I believe has happened, I think that um I look at the longevity of things. If I want to support something, I want to support something because I know it's going to last. I know it's going to be around forever. I know it's going to leave a lasting impression on something. A lot of people question my support for the Workiverse. Look, I support the Workiverse because they expose people that need to be exposed on the internet. If you can sit here and say that you would be okay with your loved one that was going through addiction to watch Square on a regular basis pass out on a live stream, hey, all power to you. But I'm not okay with that. That's why I respect the fuck out of Scooter Beggins. Shout out to Scooter Beggins. A lot of people will say, "Oh my God, it's a fucking person, bro." At the end of the day, it's a person. And because he has a passion for staying true to what he believes in, and that is not allowing uh the fakery in the um at the end of the day, man, people feed off of what other people say. You need to be an influence in a positive way, some way, shape, or form. Even if you're a scumbag 99% of the time, I appreciate people that can be an influence every now and then. That's why I said I don't really fuck with the other side like that. I got respect for some of those people over there because I've listened to what they had to say and I've picked things out that make sense to me. And that's what it's about. Like, I don't expect everybody to believe in anything I say. Hell, I don't expect anyone to believe in what I say. That's not the point of having a social media platform. The point of having a social media, in my opinion, not right away, not new to YouTube. And I'm still new to YouTube, regardless of what anybody may think, whatever. I'm still new. I'm very small and I'm still new. And that's okay. I'm all right with that. People throw that shit in my face and expect me to be like, oh my God, I have 12,000 people is a lot of people, but at the grand scheme of things, it's not that big. Nobody should feel so big to the point where they're everybody don't look down until you've seen the top. And in my opinion, 99.9% of us will never truly reach the top of what everybody else expects them to reach. Reach your own top. Know your own goals. Set your own dreams. Make your own fucking legacy. Hell, we listen to Upchurch. Upchurch talks about build your own legacy. I don't support things that are not going to last. And I promise you, on everything I love, all this shit that's going on from me observing things as a adult, as a human, as a person, me observing things, this shit doesn't last unless you're a troll community. Unless you plan on being a troll 99.999% of the time. It don't last. Appreciate you, anonymous dude. Didn't have to do that, dog. I don't. I was asked to put the members only up. I don't even feel right putting a members only video because it shouldn't be like that. Because essentially it's just going to work the system to everything's going to be like that. You're going to have to fucking pay to watch my YouTube video. Hell, in order not to see 50,000 ads roll up, you got to do that. And I don't turn the ads on. I let that shit sit. And once it goes far enough down, I'll turn the ads on because I feel like everybody that is subscribed to me has had a fair opportunity to check it out. Now, these other people that are new, they're going to have to watch it with an ad because it is what it is. Paula ain't no troll. Paula found Upchurch through me. I heard her say it today. And that's cool. That's the shit that makes me happy. I want to go, yo, these people found these dope artists from me, regardless of if it's Upchurch, Coca, Ski Mask Cowboy, Little Payday, regardless of who it is. Y'all can hate on anything I do. I'm okay with that. I accept that. I wish at the end of the day, look, I'm going to be real with you. I don't fucking care if you leave 90,000 nasty comments in my comment section. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. The only things that bother me is when you take it outside of YouTube. That's the only thing about it. You could call somebody and yo, I'm going to say this because I said I wasn't going to single anybody out and I'm going to try my best not to. I'm going to start reading the chat here in a minute. I ain't been reading the chat because I don't want to read somebody's comment and anybody to take it the wrong way from what I'm saying, because I mean nothing but pure respect and honesty and loyalty to the people that looked at me and said, damn, he's a good supporter of the community. He's a good person that shares content. That's why people subscribe, right? So I didn't want that stigma of I'm okay. I don't want people to look at Kurt and go, that dude's all right with fucking 72-hour streams about somebody and wherever. Like it should, unless, like, I'm gonna be real. There's only a certain few people that I feel personally, me as an individual, I'm not expecting anybody else to agree with me, but I feel like there's only a few people within the community that deserve the smoke that some of these other people get. Yeah, Tommy, you will be gone. Hey, and mods, for real, I know I got some mods that are probably mad at me, and it is what it is. Be respectful to the people that are talking too. If y'all could keep it, you know, as respectful as possible, that would be dope. But I get it, man. People's aggression come out. People build their fucking lives to be trolls. Like, you have to accept that. And I understand that. I don't mind going in AD's chat and people ripping off at my head. I take it. Saggy Harpoo is in there saying my boyfriend loves my tongue ring. You're damn right. Believe that. If you want to believe that, dog, believe that. If that's what gets your rocks off, all power to you, homie. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't. That's the craziest part about it is the pussification of America is what blows my mind. But at the end of the day, we all been saying growing up, man, nobody wants to fight fist to fist. They want to shoot. Well, now nobody really truly wants to fight. They just want to talk shit and piss people off. You know what I mean? They get off this phone and close this shit down. Most people just go about their day. It ain't no big deal. Some people hold it deep down inside and they make it their everlasting goal to fucking lay into somebody that might really be going through some shit. You don't know what somebody's going through. At the end of the day, you don't know what somebody's going through. So what I'll say is this, before I really dig a little deeper into what I got to say, I'll say this. Shout out to Saggy Harpoo. He's in the chat. Looks like he's been keeping it respectful. And I'm not afraid to say that because at the end of the day, people that don't like you you're never going to change their fucking mind. So you ever heard the thing where it's like, I'm not waving a white flag, but at the end of the day, it ain't changing nothing that I do in my day-to-day life. People are going to be pissed off at me regardless, whether it be for something stupid, something meaningful. I don't know. I'm not them. I can't fucking gauge if you're mad because of something that I don't know you. If I piss my wife off, I know what I did. If I piss my daughter off, I know what I did. If I piss the people off at work, I know what I did. If I piss my friends off, I know what I did because I know them as people. I don't know. I got fucking keys on the what up, mama. That's what I know about coronavirus. Paula says, Saggy. I seen Paula because she goes up on panels and I know her personality from conversations she's had. But for the most part, a lot of y'all, it is what it is. You might be really good people and you probably are, but it's YouTube. Like, yes, there has been people saying they were calling CPS on people's family. I don't fuck with that. I think you're a pussy for saying that, but I don't know the full situation. So I don't, at the end of the day, Payday and Mama Payday, I would go to the end of the world for those two people because it ain't just YouTube. It wasn't like I've been to their house. I've kicked it with Payday. I've had very long conversations with him. He's a good kid. He needs to see that the people around him are going to know when to stop. The influence of this is what upsets me the most about it. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go right into this. I'm going to read the comments right after I say this because I want to know if y'all agree with why I'm upset about it. If you don't, put a 1. If you don't agree with me, put a 1. If you agree with me, put a 2. So this is what I'll say. When I was growing up, when I was 13, I thought the world of so many people because I didn't truly get to see this type of shit. I didn't really get to see how adults really get out each other's throats and talk shit and run their mouth and be aggressive to one another for absolutely no reason. And it does exist in real life. It does. AD says he doesn't like Southern people. Well, bro, I challenge you to really spend some time with somebody that's Southern, man. You might change your mind. It's not all about the rebel flag and this and that. Southern people like to talk shit to one another. And growing up, I love talking shit. Hell, when I played softball last night, I played softball. We kicked their ass 13-3 and we talked shit the whole time. But guess what? At the end of the game, like men, we all dapped it up and walked down the line. Good game. See you next week. There wasn't none of this. Oh my God, you were talking shit. And bro, it gets crazy out there. The only thing we can't say is GD and JC. That's only 2 words, right? Goddamn and Jesus Christ. I'll just say it. It is what it is, right? I'm sure somebody will take offense to that. But Payday needs people in his life that he's looking at and visualizing and seeing, okay, I see how to move a little bit. I understand a respect level from people. Like he can't just think that it's okay when you get mad at somebody because they say something you don't agree with, that you just go fucking haymaker on them and just rah kamikaze pilot. That shit is not gonna work in real life. If you grow up like that and that's the mentality you live with, man, that kid is set up for failure. Believe what you want, but I just feel like I went through some shit in my life and I was around some people that looking back, I could definitely contribute to a lot of the problems that I had. And not because they forced me to do anything, but my mother said, get away from them. They're bad people. And I swore they were good people, right? Look what happened. It didn't work in my favor. And that's usually what happens. So why me, somebody that knows that and understands that, what makes sense for me to be like, yo, I'm okay with it. I got this shit. Let me go handle it. Never gonna happen. I'm not saying that anybody has to stop doing anything that they want to do. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. Look, Vinny, like I said, Vinny's like my brother, right? Vinny can do whatever he wants. And Sly don't take no offense to that. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I feel like most people in life, if they learn to let shit go, they would be a lot less stressed. So my question for you is this. At 13 years old, would you agree with me that it was very important at that time in your life that you seen examples of good people, examples of just letting, like, it's such a big platform and there's so many people involved. I don't expect everybody to understand. I don't expect everybody to fucking agree with me, but just take the time to think about that. Like, as much as everybody's going, you guys are grooming a 13-year-old, at the same time, some of those same people are fucking making this kid think that it's okay for World War Z. That's the part that when I open up my phone and that's all that goes on, it fucking scares me for the youth, dude. I got a daughter. I got kids. So I just don't think it's something kids should see. I don't think anybody should really, like, that's really what it comes down to. I've said it before and I'll say this again. People aren't going to get along. AD is going to make fun of me because StreamYard only streams in 720 and this camera's 1080p and my internet's dropping and my fucking camera on my phone, this screen protector's got a bunch of aluminum dust underneath it because it lifted. Everybody's got problems. Everybody's going to talk shit about your problems. People are going to make fun of you. People are going to call you nutsuckers. People are going to say whatever people want to say. But at the end of the day, why does it bother you? I mean, really, let's think about that. Outside of that, yo, if somebody fucking calls and does this and does that, yo, like I said, that I have nothing to say about it. It ain't my problem. It's not involving me or anybody that I love. I don't care. Do what you want. All right, I'm gonna read for a minute. I don't even know if y'all drop one or twos. You don't even got to, but I don't care. What did AD say? The internet's cutting. I knew it was, but it's back now. See, StreamYard gave me that little notification. Well, it's because I got a brick wall over there, AD. Maybe you know somebody that can help me with this because, like I said, I'm shit just like everybody else. Internet's again. Libby, that's really what it comes down to. What I need to do is this. Hold on, y'all, because I want to open the panel up, and I just want people to be respectful. You're gonna have to show your face in the backstage. I'm not green. It's not gonna happen. I've been through the true crime community. I've been through dick puppets and all types of nonsense. So you're not getting that pass. Don't try it. Not gonna happen. Got to show your face. At the end of the day, I know people aren't going to agree with me, Jesse, and I don't expect anybody to 100% agree with me. I don't expect everybody to agree with me. I don't expect anybody to agree with me for that matter. but I just want people to know where I stand, because at the end of the day, I want something that lasts. Like I told you, this trolling shit, this picking on one another, you're gonna build your channel up off picking off one another, and then when the time comes where you can't pick on one another anymore, nobody's gonna really care what you do because you have nothing to do. Like there's like you're looking around, you're like, well, can't expect them to go live. I mean, there's nothing, they don't have nothing to talk about. I guess my internet's going good. Little Payday's in here. I hope you listen to a lot of what I said, Little Payday, and it ain't nothing that we haven't probably already talked about. And I know that's the part about it. Like that's what kills me is that I really truly understand this shit. Like I really get it. You know, as I've heard before, uh, uh, I love this shit. Like I shout out the bird because that's, I mean, I know somebody else says that, but that's where I hear it all the time. And it's true. Like I really appreciate the people that come and listen to what I gotta say. And I feel like that's something that has to be valued and has to be respected. Like I think that there's a lot of people that I follow. I got love for all of them. At the end of the day, I'll say this. Everybody has their own shine. Everybody's got something they're good at, something that I can appreciate. So I look at them for what they're worth. I don't look at people for just to say that they're, I don't, I might look at you and be like, damn, I'm gonna keep my distance over here because you might pull out an axe and fuck me up. But I'm not gonna stop you from doing whatever you want to do because I don't believe in what you're doing. No, bro, wear your axe, walk around smelling like a muskrat. It ain't gonna stop me, bro. Keep doing you. I'm gonna keep doing me. Always prevail. Look, at the end of the day, Paula, the truth is all that really matters. Like that's my other part about it is like there's a lot of finger pointing going back and forth. Who fucking cares? Like I'm the type of person that I'm not somebody that is so prideful that I can't say, look, I'll put it like, you know how many times I've been accused of some shit that I had nothing to do with? Do you know how many times that's happened to me in my life? It got to the point where I just said, fuck it. Do what you got to do because it don't matter what I tell you anyway. You're not going to fucking believe me. You called me a liar for 37 days straight. Why would it change today? Know what you can change. Understand it. I posted it earlier, man. Like, I'm not going to go into anything religious. I will say that I work the 12 steps daily. Take it for what it is. In my brain, I'm checking myself. I'm constantly trying to make sure that I didn't do anything to somebody else that I wouldn't do to myself. Like there's a lot to what I do, dog. And I say dog because I read my dog's name over there, but it is what it is. And Tommy is my dog. Shout out to Tommy. I'm sure Tommy was trying to get wild up in here. I done converted Tommy over here to be respectful for the most part. But I'm gonna open up this panel. I gotta go get a can of Zen. Anybody got anything I need to see? I didn't read shit because, like I said, I don't want anybody to construe my words, which it'll probably already get done. And people will take it the way they want to take it, and that's all right. But I ain't gonna give nobody no extras. Give you what you get. Paula, at the end of the day, I love people. I'm a people person. I want people to respect one another for what the fuck they want to believe in. I want to believe in what I want to believe in. So if I don't allow you to believe in what you want to believe in, then what's the point? Like it's a vicious cycle, dude. People are critics of other people way more than they're critics of themselves, and it blows my mind. Well, good, AD. That's what it's all about, bro. And I'll be real. When I get mad and I start crying, a motherfucker better figure something out. Because when I start crying, that's most of the time, that's emotion. And that's the emotion that I don't like to bring out in me, dog. And I do like to cry. I'll admit it. I'm a man and I will fucking cry. If I'm watching something that's beautiful, might shed a tear. Hate it or love it, I'm still going to cry. That's what I mean. People, when I started doing YouTube, I started telling my story of what Kurt's been through. Because I guarantee you somebody else has been through the same thing I've been through. My story ain't no better than anybody else's story, but it's my motherfucking story. It's what built me. It's what Captain Kurt. See this Captain Kurt. This was the second tattoo I got in my life. I got fucking millions of them. Legs, arms, my shoulders, my chest, right? I was Captain Kurt long before YouTube was fucking popping. Before YouTube was something people even used. I've been the same person and I ain't changing for nobody. I ain't changing for nothing. Let me go get my can of Zen and I'll open this motherfucker up and somebody can come on up here. Oh, Johnny Gobble, fuck you. You're one of the people that I spoke about early on in this live that people should fucking slaughter. People should be all up in your shit, stomping all over you, up, down, all the way through. Because you are one of the people that don't know when to shut the fuck up. Today, shut the fuck up Friday. Do everybody a favor. You block me so I can't see your bitch ass comments anyway. You block me on everything. That just shows the type of person you are. You know, come in my chat and talk your shit. But I had to ask my wife. She said, "Oh yeah, Mama, shout out to Mama Payday." She ain't afraid to tell you who you are. Good for her. Fuck you, Johnny. You had an opportunity to be a better person and you said, fuck it. I like being a cocksucker. And that's what you did. Fuck you. Oh, yeah, there you go. He said, oh, I'll unblock you now so I can talk my shit. Hey, Johnny, go put some oil in that car. All right. Anyway, off of that. Why not Johnny Hot Talk to Papa Church? I don't know. Who knows? Here we go. Make sure, here, I'm going to pin that. Make sure you put that camera on. And if you start getting crazy, I'll show you the door. We can debate, but don't be disrespectful. Don't disrespect anybody on this panel. If you're going to come up here to fight with somebody else, you gone. If you're going to come up here to argue and talk over people, you gone. If you're going to come up here and be an adult and speak like an adult, you can stay. Oh, and another thing is if anybody throws any shots or anybody, you're gone. And I'm fucking blocking you because I'm not going to let people bash each other on my channel. It's not happening. Yep. Hey, and Champagne Girl, Nana, I wish I had. Once I get here to pin my comment, I wish I could pin yours too. I really do. Let me get to my own stream here. Nobody wants to come up. That's fine. I got a little bit more ranting left in me. By all means, stay back. But I think that's a coward ass move if you're going to say anything about me after. Just know that. Anybody disagrees with what I'm saying and you got something to say, now, in my opinion, would be the best time to say it. You don't got a cam up, but you got a cam up in the backstage. If you don't, you don't. But I miss the shit where people were, oh yeah, quit sending my wife shit about anything anybody says about me. If you want me to see it, I got an Instagram. I got post it in my comments. I don't care, but quit sending it to her because she don't care either. It don't bother her. 9 times out of 10, she probably already knows from something that I've already sniffed out. Because most of the time, if somebody sent something to her, 9 times out of 10, somebody else sent something. Because most people that I've come across, they ain't what they think they are. I might, at the end of the day, if it's something that needs to be held down, I'm gonna hold it down. That's where it comes down. Like, I don't believe that I don't believe the disloyalty that I've seen just across YouTube, but it makes sense because nobody is going to be what you expect them to be. And that's just your own standards. Paula, anybody, man. I know Bird's live right now, so I need to get out of Bird's way. Bird's got Maddie Marinera. I don't mind if anybody wants to go watch that Maddie Marinera interview. By all means, I wish I could watch it, but I had to do this. And at the end of the day, that's the respect of these YouTube streets. Like, I know Bird would be all right with the fact that I had to get this shit off my chest because our communities don't intertwine too hardcore. They do, but not too hard. And Vintage Rebel, that shit, you guys put labels on people that don't even make no sense because this is where I'm going to call that a hypocritical statement. You can't say, don't put labels on people and don't do this and don't do that to people while you're doing that. You're labeling a whole fan base of people based off of what? And what does that have anything to do with this situation? Because your side of people are supposedly not fans of Creek Squad. You know what I mean? So say what you want. Paula,
I'm just gonna tell you it's raining. I can love and support you. You know that.
Yeah, I just had to. I
gotta go to feeding these horses and getting this stuff done. But I'm listening. I'm listening.
I just wanted to thank you real quick because a lot of the stuff that you said to me the other day or today with Seth, I really appreciate that. I needed that. So
thank you. I meant every word. Woo! It's lightning out here.
Did. I know you did. I just wanted to say
I just had one. I'm sorry.
All right. Paula, you have a great evening.
Yeah, you know how I'm sure you know how I feel already. I don't even have to tell you.
Yes, ma'am. You have a great evening, and I appreciate all the support. I really do. Thank you. I got that earlier too. Thank you so much. Much love, Paula.
Okay, now I maybe can. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you better. It might be that it's that rainstorm.
I'm sorry.
No, it's that rain. No, you're good. Don't do what you got to do. I really appreciate you allowing me.
Just popped up on me out here.
Yeah, I hear that. It's in Florida. It's like that all the time. It just rain out of nowhere.
Yeah, Louisiana too, dog. Louisiana too.
Yeah, I know. I figured. I just didn't want to put you all the way out there.
I just wanted to get up here and represent love for you. You know, I do respect everything you do say. Even if I don't agree with you, I still respect it.
That's all it's about. That's all it's about.
I mean, everybody's got their own way of doing. Yep. And that's it. Being able to have a good conversation and not it's good. And having a good conversation and not having to worry about, if the other one's gonna judge me or am I gonna judge them? It's so liberating. Let me tell you.
No, I agree.
And everybody picks at me because I'm the most forgiving person in the world.
Right.
And the reason it's so easy for me to forgive people, I can be over some of the bad things in about 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I hate.
It goes down to those things I control.
I miss those times where you could just talk and conversate. We had those. We still got them. We still got those communities, but it's getting few and far between. You can usually find something like this everywhere now, and it's sad. It's just my opinion. People don't have to agree with it, but it sucks.
Dog, I didn't even know there was more than one sleep stream. I was amazed last night. I went and checked it out.
Yeah, I heard you said that's kind of creepy.
Find out how many sleep streams there are out there. Mm-hmm. That creeped me the hell out. Let me tell you, the most creepiest part about it was I was riding my horse through the woods yesterday, and I did a little recording. I didn't hear nothing. Right. Well, go back on the recording. I didn't add no music to it because I was like, this is trippy.
Yeah, it's wild. It really is.
So that creeped me out watching people sleep. Yes.
Huh.
Yes, I can't believe they do that. I know that doing some of the music and stuff would be relaxing for sleep, but to watch somebody sleep has no sense.
Yeah, I agree. Well, listen, Paula, I want to squeeze Wade up in here, and I want to try to give everybody a couple minutes without So I appreciate you, Paula.
I
Thank
want to jump in. You said I heard you say something. No
you. Yeah,
problem.
no, I really
Love
wanted
you.
to
Love you,
thank you.
chat.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
Oh, I thank you, brother. You don't need to thank me. I need to be thanking you.
It's really cool to hear people like you say, "Hey, I found Upchurch from you," or "Hey, I found Just Trade from you," or "Hey," like that's what I miss. Like I really love the music side of YouTube, and there's so like you do the horses, and you have other like people need to really focus on building something for the structure of life. Like when we all die, man, people are gonna watch these videos and see what they see, and that's not what I want to support. So keep doing you, Paula.
I love you. Oh my gosh, you can hear it, I'm sure. So see you later. Love everybody.
Yeah. I forgot to remove you, Paula. I got you. Carl, I see you back there, Carl. Your screen's black, and I don't know. Maybe we could leave it for a couple minutes at the end, but I don't know about jumping into that right away. So let me put Wade up here. What's good, Wade?
What's going on, Kurt?
Not much, man. How are you?
Doing well. I can't complain too much. First off, I want to say appreciate you having me up here, and
Mhm.
you know what how I feel about you. You were one of the first few that I really got into watching. Kansas for the past little over a year. Of course, Ryan and all. You've been on my panel shortly after I got going. Gave me some good words of advice, me and Cortex and a few others that night,
Mhm.
and helped me. I did see you over on AD's here. God, I guess it's about a week or so ago. Timing, I really don't really remember. And I did ask some questions around because I'd heard some issues. I was just I was curious because some of the things I'd seen on there that night that was being said just.
I tell you what, one of them is right now, and it was addressed with Cortex and Vinny, and I know what you're going to ask me before you ask me, because it's crazy. But last Thursday, I called Vinny, and I actually went on a panel with Vinny and Cortex both, because it was brought to my attention. Is that something you're going to ask me before I keep going?
Who, me?
Yeah, were you going to ask me about being in AD's chat about the comment about the curly-headed ogre or whatever it was?
No.
Okay.
No,
I'll save that one for after you ask me your questions. Go ahead.
Okay. But no, it wasn't that. I just some of the things that I'd seen at night, and it was actually dealing with Sly. It was when you was actually dealing with Sly over on AD's. It was hard. It was kind of hard to understand considering some of the things that Sly and Dana, I just knew that it was a little weird. But you are your own person. You do have your own right to watch. So, but I wanted to try to understand, and I can respect you have your own right. My understanding is, and what I'm trying to understand is, I want to ask you.
Mhm.
Now, you've had Jamie as a mod. Jamie has done more than her share of standing up for you. Now,
Okay.
I caught your mornings live before work.
Okay.
And then I've caught this one.
Okay.
There's been all kinds of issues with Jamie and Sly, Jamie and Dana, and all. Was there something that this afternoon? And if so, what are your thoughts on Jamie?
I want to know this. Do you know how I got the name Captain Savaho?
No.
You don't know where that. So you know that Sly calls me Captain Savaho, right?
Right.
Okay. So when I was in Bird's chat one day, Jamie come in and say, "Hey, this was a long time ago, very long time ago." Come in and says, "Hey, this lady Sly is messing with me," because you do remember the time that Psychobabble was going crazy, which he still is, but he was actually relevant to Creek Squad, and there was a lot of people in there at his throat all the time. It wasn't like it is now. It was a lot. It was way more people that we don't even see anymore. Well, at that time, I guess somewhere along the lines, them two met paths. I don't know how they intersected, but they met paths. And Jamie came to me in that chat. Well, I can't say it was to me, but she came to that situation and said, "Hey, y'all, this lady is going after me." So me being a supporter of Jamie, because she's one of my mods, decided that I was going to go poke at Sly. So for Sly's first live, I was poking at Sly. And that's what I was doing. So then I became Captain Savo. So I ran with Captain Savo. I talked my shit. I said what I had to say. Shit started hitting the fan with Little Payday. And a lot of people were like, oh, this guy ain't even saying nothing. I don't believe speaking on something that's on the internet that I can't control helps that situation. I think it hinders the situation. I think it's stupid to believe that if you say something about somebody on a video for 5 minutes, 5 seconds, 5 years, that they're not going to reply back with something else. And they're going to come harder. It's just common sense. So me knowing that and understanding that, I said, well, you know what? Let me kind of step back, because if it gets to that point where anybody puts their hands on Payday, then I'm going to risk going to prison. And I have a family I support, and I have people I care about. So I don't want to get myself that far involved into some shit that I caused. So that's the way I started looking at it. So I'm not going to say that I don't support anybody, because I support all y'all motherfuckers. I got nothing but love for everybody. And I don't say motherfuckers is like a bad way. I say at the end of the day, I feel like you got your own niche. I feel like Jamie's got her own niche. I feel like Kenny, you all have your own benefits. Kenny is my dog. Kenny is my homie. Kenny is my people, right? I don't, Kenny is definitely, and I'll speak on this because me and Kenny are people. That's my dog. Kenny has not been all right with shit that I've done, and vice versa. And that's okay.
Well, and that's like I've said it before. Just because there's a disagreement between two people does not mean y'all have to hate one another and start tearing one another apart.
No.
Hell, friends have disagreements, and they can.
I answered Jamie's comment back. I didn't say, the only name I said was AD in that live, and because I thought that was relevant, because a lot of people see me in AD's chat and they think something about it. At the end of the day, I respect AD, and I'm going to tell you why. AD had the fucking balls to apologize for doxing me, and I didn't even know the dude doxed me. I didn't even know who he was. I didn't even know he existed until he made a video saying, I apologize for doxing you, bro. I was wrong. Go ham at me. Talk shit about the fucking mole on my face, that I'm pale white, that I wear Atlanta Braves hat that doesn't match my blue shirt. I got shit on my wall. Talk shit. That's fine, bro. I support people that do what they want to do, but be respectful to everyday life. And that's where it comes down to.
With that situation in hand that you're talking about, if you remember on IG, I hit you up telling you, hey, this guy's doxing you. And like I told AD after he apologized, you cannot continue going around doxing people and then apologizing right afterwards, because that shit will haunt you.
Wait, what you just said supports exactly what I've been saying, though. I didn't give a shit. You could have said fucking Mary J. Blige was out doxing me. It really, at the end of the day, dude, like, I feel what you mean by saying that. I get what you're saying. But I know that I am not going to change anything that AD wants to do. I'm not going to be able to say, hey, AD, what you're doing, this doxing is no good for you, because there's a very high probability that AD already knows that. So that is a prime example of why I have respect for him, because he came to me as a man, made a video in the only way he knew possible to get my attention, and apologized for something I didn't even know he did, because he felt bad for what he did. If we have more people like that look in the mirror at the end of the day and goes, damn, I probably shouldn't have said that. Or, yo, that was a little fucked up. Like, it pissed me off when Sly asked you about how long you had to live. That ain't none of her fucking business. But I can't judge her because of her asking you that. Just like I can't judge you by anything that you do. It doesn't affect me. That didn't affect me. It pissed me off, but it didn't affect me.
Well, at the end of the day, we can't make anybody do anything that they don't want to do. You can put a Glock to their head. You can only encourage them. Even then, Wade, you could put a Glock to their head and say, get on the ground and give me all your money. They're going to get on the ground and give me all your money. But then you know what that does? That creates the next time a motherfucker tells them to get on the ground and give them the money, they're going to say, fuck you, pow, off goes their head. Because it creates a false sense of, I can do what I want until somebody forces me not to. Like, that's what it comes down to. And that's what is the criminal mentality that a lot of people really, truly don't have. But shit like this brings it out. And then when something happens, they go, I didn't do anything. I was just on the internet. But in all reality, you don't see the bigger picture. Like, people really go through shit, bro.
Like I'm sure you've gone through it. I've gone through it. Everybody in this chat's gone through it. All
Yeah.
it takes is one wrong word and it could change somebody's life. It may have already done that. And how would we know that somebody off themselves because of the stress they dealt with YouTube? Nobody comes on here and says, hey, so-and-so off themselves because of you assholes. We would never know, dude. That's scary to me, bro.
Well, my whole, you know how I got started in this. It was taken up for Ryan. It was started off with the Johnny. Now it's with the PBR. And be honest with you, I really haven't been back and forth too much with Johnny as much as I thought I would be back. Yeah, it's basically been with PBR. God, I don't know how I got stuck back with that old ass man, but sorry about that. But trying to get this other channel up and going. I totally respect you and a lot of the other reactors. I do have to say, I think a lot of the people that have helped us on our channels, I think some of them are getting and I'm not saying you're doing, but I think a lot of them are getting a bad rep. And
100%. I'll tell you, I am without a doubt. I was just about to tell you, if you would have been the type of individual that realized, hey, this is crazy. I mean, granted, yes, standing up for what you believe in, whatever. But if you would have came into this reaction channel thing, I would have definitely supported you, dog. I would have been in your things. I would have been commenting on them. But at the end of the day, I've made a decision for me as a person, not just for as a channel, as a person, that I'm not going to put my name on something that I don't appreciate. And right now, you're a good man. I'm sure you got very good qualities to yourself as a human being. I will never take that from you. But the whole fucking go live and just rant and rave about one individual, or that, to me, to hold grudges for me is weak. Like, I think that's a weakness in people, and I try to stay away from that because I don't like to hold grudges. I don't like to hold a resentment over somebody for no fucking reason at the end of the day that doesn't even affect me. As long as little Payday's safe, as long as Mama Payday is safe in this situation, the rest I can give a shit about. I don't care. Y'all could go fucking sword fight each other in the middle of Nashville, and it wouldn't change a bit for me. I promise you that. I would be disappointed in a lot of people, but I'm not gonna lose sleep over that shit. That shit's petty. That is so crazy to me, and that's why I respect everybody in the community. I got love for everybody that does their thing. But when this shit goes around, that's when I can't be all right with it.
Well, I see what you're saying, but my thing is, I don't go after them until I point out the bad or that there's a false claim.
Yeah, but wait, this is 6 months, bro. We're talking like half a year over what? I mean, dude, let me tell you something real quick. I'll tell you a personal thing I had an issue with. I had Child Protective Services calling me, right? By my own kid over a lie, right? I was fucking scared shitless. I was terrified. I'm like, yo, I'm going to go to jail. My older daughter was mad that my younger son got punished. I wasn't mean to the fucking kid. They were making me seem out to be a serial killer, right? Police came there. I told them my situation. You know what the police tell me?
No.
Well, you probably shouldn't spank him. Just slap him in the face. And they took me back to work because they said nowadays when you put your hands on somebody else, you put them on their bottom. He was fucking 7 years old, and it was maybe 8, right? That could be a sign of sexual assault. So at the end of the day, everybody's gonna go through some dumb shit in their life. People are gonna accuse you of some shit that ain't even true. Maybe even to fuck you up, and that's why I'm sharing this with everybody. Do you think the cops believe that situation? No. My kids knew what fucking reality was, and they regret that shit. We all learn from that situation. You grow as a person, as an individual for shit like that. Yes, people fall into shitty circumstances where maybe the cops don't believe it and they go to jail, and look at what happens. But yo, at the end of the day, I look at life like this. You get dealt the deck of cards. You can control it as much as you can, but after that, you got to fucking step back and just let life go. You got to live a little bit more. Let it fucking ride, dude. Like, yo, I'm sorry for kind of venting about that, but it's like little buddy. I got nothing but love for little buddy. You know how many people have already tried to tell me, oh, little buddy don't believe in what you're doing. He thinks I'm like, you fucking idiots. I've already had a conversation with little buddy. The whole payday thing was my fault. I will admit that. It was Kurt's fault, Captain Kurt's fault. The end where payday started getting real aggressive, it was my fault because I told you everybody why. I kind of encouraged it to do it to where it's not, it's harmless. It's harmless trolling because this kid could very well possibly get famous, right? And good, you know, he might be way bigger than any of us with fame. He's got to understand how to handle this internet shit. And this ain't a good look for him to see. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I agree with that. Now, what I disagree with is everybody to this damn grooming shit.
Fuck them, bro. What, grooming what?
Oh no, saying that when we're having, speaking of, we'll use payday for instance.
They're gonna believe that anyway, though, Wade. Look, check this out. This is another. I'm glad you're bringing up these points, bro. You're a perfect person to be up here right now. So check this out. I'm a brand new guy. I come strolling over from wherever. I come strolling over from a community that knows nothing about this situation for any of us. They wind up in a live for Sly or AD or wherever you hear this. I'm not saying that's where it's at, but you wind up in a live over there where you get timed out. That's the best way I can say it, right?
Right.
And you see this new guy come in, right? This new guy sees adults hanging with a 13-year-old kid, right? That's all they hear. They don't hear anything else. That are grooming a child, right? That's all you hear. What do you think their perception is of us?
Oh,
we're grooming a child, right? How do you stop that shit?
Oh, for us, they'd want us to quit having the child up there.
No, how do you stop somebody that has no idea from the situation, that knows about the situation, to get involved from the situation?
Oh, explain it.
No.
That's how I would do it. I would explain to them why we had the child up there.
But you're gonna explain that to every person that's new that comes into a chat that you don't know that's new?
If I have to do that in order to help that child's career.
Why you're getting timed out in their chat?
Oh, well, no, I can't do that. Yeah.
Right.
I just see what you're saying. Yeah.
And this goes on for 6 months. So at the end of the day, you know how much shit gets twisted around in 6 months?
Oh, shit.
Dude, I thought that Sly was the one threatening to call the social worker. It ain't even her. And I've been all over here in the fucking tissy about that, and it's somebody else. It's two people on the other side. That was just learned like fucking an hour ago. Now put 6 months of time in it, man. It's hard to really, you know, I don't know, dude. Rebel 45, I'm not bringing you into this, buddy. You can sit back in the back and listen. Any other time I do something like this, I won't include you, but you're more than welcome to stop by for music and shit, dude. I'm not doing it. Sorry. And that's the thing, dude. At the end of the day, I got love for the youth, man. I appreciate these kids. I appreciate talent, and this shit ain't gonna last for them. They cannot make a career off of this. And if that's what they're on YouTube to do, just to troll, then by all means. But if you're on here to actually do something with your life, I'm there to support it. But I ain't there to troll and support trolling. I don't know, dude. It's such a hard. I guess I do support trolling, but like I said, keep it in YouTube, man. Really, I troll. I like to troll, but I keep it. Go ahead.
It's like you said, it builds character to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
You can get, like anything can be is good to an extent, and too much can be bad, and vice versa. You know. Facts,
little buddy. But no, for real. I look, Wade. You grew up in a different time than this. I grew up in a different time than this. Did you play any type of football, like sandlot football, sandlot baseball?
Football, baseball.
How were your conversations with your buddies on the diamond or on the football field? Were they cordial? Yeah, but there was shit talking, right?
Most definitely.
That's what created your toughness, you as a person, to understand what's shit talking and what's threatening to you, right? Yeah. YouTube destroys that. And grown men that have been able to listen to linebackers call them pussies and say they're going to take their mama on a date and then smash them into the ground and get up and shake their hand and hug it off at the end of the game. We're losing that because of YouTube.
Oh, YouTube and just life in general.
Social media.
It's
Sally Sniffles, I'll bring you up in a minute. I'm talking to Wade. You're more than welcome to come up.
It's just gotten to where each generation it seems is getting weaker and weaker, and the way this current generation is, have gotten so soft that they get offended so easy that I'm gonna hate to see how it's gonna be in a future. Oh, I won't be here, but my grandchildren's generation, when they get in their teens and 20s, I'm gonna hate to see how that would be when I look down.
Sally, come back up. I just posted in the chat. I heard what you're saying. No, that's what it comes down to, bro. Like, I know I'm not going to change everybody because I at the end of the day, I don't care about that. All I want to know is when I'm old and gray, dog, and I'm sitting back and I'm looking, at least I know that I didn't contribute to what the hell's going on now. Yo, I'll be real with you. My generation, after my generation, I feel like is really when it started to shift. I think people, the parenting and things started to change in the way that society was done and what was accepted and what was not accepted. And things really started to change because parents were afraid to be parents. My mom beat the shit out of me. My mom did not let me talk shit to other people without respecting them in some way, shape, or form. If I was going to come at somebody, I better come with respect. And if I don't, I need to be ready to be disrespected. And that's what it is, bro. If you can live your life like that, and understand there's different levels of respect and there's different levels of disrespect and what needs to be fully addressed to the point of getting out of control and what doesn't need to be fully addressed, then I think the world will run a lot smoother.
Well, you're probably the same way, but not only did we have our parents to whoop our ass, but if our neighbors seen us do something wrong,
right,
they had the right to grab us up and beat our ass as well.
Yes, my grandfather would whip my ass if I didn't get the trash can in certain days. Well, he wouldn't whip my ass, but I had it hard with Grandpa. What's up, Sally?
What's up? Should I just come on here just to clarify a few things because I've been hearing some stuff going around about people sending, that I'm being sent to attack people. I don't attack anybody on the basis of nobody. I'm a grown ass man. I do what I want to do. And then the only other issue I've got, or not even an issue, it's like a question I got for you. Okay. And I don't care who anybody supports. I tell her, I don't care where anybody goes. But my thing is this: I know you're close to payday. Does it seem appropriate that you support people like Sly that have?
I don't support Sly. I don't support Sly.
I mean, I seen where you was gonna buy her headphones. That's supporting her.
Okay, see, the funny thing is in Sly's, you get mad at it if you want to, and I don't care. I was going to buy. Get mad. No, I said Sly can get mad at this if she wants to.
Oh.
Because I already once it was made a big deal, I actually thought about what I was doing. I said, maybe I better not do that. But I was gonna go to Best Buy and buy the kiddest. There was a purple elephant looking thing, a kid set of headphones that had a fucking elephant trunk that was like stuck on. So I was going to buy those and have her go get those, knowing that the only set of headphones she had would be a purple elephant fucking headset. But I was like, you know what? That's fucked up, bro. And that's just going to create more tension for the situation. So I would just step back and speak on what I want to speak on. And that's kind of what kind of opened my eyes that people really believe that I was over there siding with the enemy. I've already said, I think what those people have done to certain members of the community, especially to Payday, I will never forget Sly for that. I will never say, oh, I support Sly and subscribe to her shit. I will never be in support of that. Actually, I'll say this. I can't say never, but I'll say this. What she said about Payday, I don't fuck with anybody that talks down on it. There's nobody that I respect that does that. But to that extent. What are you doing? You at work, dog? I got to mute for a second. You're vacuuming or something. I had to mute you, Sally. You're like vacuuming or something.
He's got huh? Yeah, he's got something going on.
I'm in my truck. I got the air going. I'm in my truck.
It sounded like you were dragging some tile across the floor or something. A pallet. That's what it sounded like.
No, I'll cut it off. No, I get it. I mean, I get that totally. And the other thing is, I think a lot of people don't understand is so the whole thing with Sly and Dana and all them, I never had no problems with anybody. I respect everybody, and I have everything recorded. I put everything on my channel from them people. I don't manipulate anything. I put it out. It's their words out of their mouth. They
Okay,
started
I'm glad you
attacking
said
me.
that. I
And
didn't say, I know what you're talking about saying that you were sent. I didn't, listen, let me make something clear. I never said anyone was sent. I don't think any paper was filled out and passed around and said, you guys go this direction, I'm going to stay right here. I never said that. That never it came out of my mouth. What I said is that if I had a problem with somebody, and I'm speaking for me, I had a problem with somebody and they were of the same gender and it was something that was very petty, I would handle it on my own. I would not allow any fucking buddy else to post anything for me. I would say, no, I'm posting that to here because I want to make the point that you won't fuck with me. That's all I believe in. And I can't, that goes for you, Wade, All Things Independent, Living Lake Climb, Vintage Rebel, anybody. I feel like if somebody doesn't have the balls to say it themselves, then everybody else that says it is fucking fake. That's how I feel. And nobody's going to change my opinion on that.
hey, Snaggy, you think that's an AI generated photo? Why don't you read the letter on it? Because it's addressed to Sly.
It's Snaggy is such a troll that's what I'm saying. Dude, Snaggy, I think I wish there was a school for this shit. And I don't mean any disrespect by when I say this, but he ain't gonna tell you that he believes that's a real picture. They all know that shit's real, man. That is a troll. Like that is the fucking troll. These people are never going to be like, oh yeah, that's really her. That's real. They're gonna always tell you that's AI generated. They're gonna tell you you don't own no clubs. You're broke. You ain't got no money. That's what's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna be like, yep, you're absolutely right. You're telling the truth. What would be the point of doing YouTube? What would be the point of these people are seasoned vets? And I think a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like I put it out to everybody. There, if you don't think I'm what I am, you're welcome to come to Nashville and find out.
And that's like I told them, Kurt. You know,
oh my God.
I know they don't believe me, but I live 10 to 15 minutes down the road from them, and I know where his clubs are. So, but they don't believe me, and I know what you're going through because I think it was 2, maybe 3 months ago. I put out a video that there were certain people that claimed Creek Squad.
Bro, there's certain people that claim America that ain't fucking American. They're not. Yeah. That at the end of the day, you can never spoil what you don't allow to get spoiled. I said this in my video about what Creek Squad is to me, and this is what I believe. Nobody is gonna take any fucking thing away from me that Upchurch has created by calling me Crack Squad or saying we're weak or this or that. Because at the end of the day, I know what it is. I fully understand it. I fucking believe in it, and that's what I stand for. So try to take it if you want to, but it's really a waste of time. So you get that shit is entertaining. When they say, "Oh, Crack Squad," they're looking for the attention.
You have to excuse me. I don't want to smoke.
You're good. You're good, dog. Do what you got to do.
So
yeah. So back to the thing of like I never disrespected them women, them ladies, whatever you want to call them. They you know, they were in a Discord with along when I was in a Discord. There was a bunch of that talk. It was in Stone Dad's Discord. And when all that stuff came out about him being a pedo, well, then they were all on the backside trying to manipulate with each other how they could file a lawsuit against Miss Patty for putting out that video about him. And so I documented everything. Well, then Sly comes along. They kicked me out of the Discord. That's when the whole diversion started. Her and Dana got together. They started talking shit about me. Well, I warned them. I warned them twice. I said, I'm not the one. Y'all don't just leave my name out of your mouth. Well, then they come with that, oh, he's an undercover informant. He's a narc. I take that from where I come from. I take that very seriously. So that's why when I went on offensive, and I just tell everybody, when I, you know, everybody's like, oh, well, he's doxing people. He's digging into their lives. So when I go to, when I feel like it's a war with somebody, I get all the intel I can.
Yeah, but check this out.
I'll just let everybody know.
Go ahead. No, you're all right. You said I take it as a war, so I just got a question for you. Have you ever stepped back and walked up to somebody that has no clue about this and just tried to explain that right there? And I don't mean any disrespect when I say this, but like when you're saying it to me, because I don't know any really thing about that. I don't do Discord because I feel like it's a soap opera within a community. It's just depending on what it is. For the most part, it's just a bunch of gossip. even ones that I enjoy being in, you can find a bunch of just ridiculous things. Look at all the things that have happened through Discords through the history of YouTube over the past year. It's weird. So I keep myself out of those things. But I've tried to pay attention, and I'll say this as an outsider looking in, this shit sounds crazy, bro. Like, I'm just being real with you. At the end of the day, people are gonna call you a snitch, a CI. They're gonna, now that they know that about you, bro. Now that they know that you take that personal, you're gonna get an influx of that. You're gonna get that more than you've ever seen, and it's because that's what they want.
Welcome it. I welcome it though.
But you can't take it personal. Well, I don't take that shit personal because I know who I am. You could call me whatever the hell you want to call me. I know the truth about me. You believe what you want. If you believe that shit, then I probably don't fuck with you anyway. That's the way I look at it. It helps me identify people I don't fuck with.
Yeah, I mean, I welcome it, you know, because I'm the kind of motherfucker, I don't care. I'll take this YouTube shit to the streets. I mean, I'm built like that.
Yeah, I get it. But at the end of the day, like, that's, and I don't mean any disrespect by when I say this, but to me, that's ridiculous. Like that, like I get it. I'm the same way. Like outside of the YouTube streets, I'm not gonna let nobody fuck. Bro, I argue with my boss a little bit every now and then because I don't stand for what the fuck they believe in, and I don't believe the way I get treated sometimes. So I speak up for it, and everybody knows I'm fucking loud and aggressive. That's just the person I am. But at the end of the day, I know for a fact that this shit right here is not reality. If you go down the street with 197 people in there, nobody is going to say the shit that they say in the chat. They might think it, but they're not going to say it. So in all reality, if you look at the world as a whole and everybody you interact with, depending on your line of work, you probably went past more than 94 people today. And chances are you didn't have to fight 80 or 60 of them. So it's just talk. It's fucking all bullshit. And at the end of the day, you'll probably shake hands with some of the people and never fucking know it if you ever go to an Upchurch concert or any type of concert that you might correlate with them in. Like, I've learned that, bro. Like, it's weird. You don't know what a lot of these people look like. They could be at your local hardware store selling you fucking parts every day, and you would never know it.
Casey, you won't say nothing to my face, boy, because you know you ain't but about 45 minutes away, and I've done invited you to meet me.
Hey, we're not going to do that here, bro. If you want to go talk YouTube trash on YouTube, you got to do it somewhere else, because that's my point. Like, that shit is so petty. The attention that you're having a conversation with two people that are really sitting here, and the attention that you're paying to somebody in chat that is intentionally talking shit to troll you is I mean, it is what it is, bro. That's just what gets to you. But I just don't let that shit bother me. And when I don't know, man, I just look at this differently than a lot of you. And I've spent a lot of thought on it.
I respect that about you, you know, to be like that. I mean, not everybody's built the same, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to believe it like this because I am driving. I'm not going to let anybody threaten any children, and I'm not going to let anybody threaten to kill a woman.
Either. And
that goes to that whole side of it. But Kurt, you're over there supporting them. You support AD, you support Sly. You're supporting all of them over there, all of them that done the same shit to all that they've done, that they all are doing the same shit.
Hey, go back and look at AD's live that he did right before I went live, and you'll see me in there. And I tell Sly, please do not involve Payday in this. I don't have a problem with anything that's going on other than you fucking with Payday. And whoever said that they were going to call CPS on him, those are the people I have the issue with, bro. At the end of the day, from what you just said, that's all that matters. The rest of that shit is between adults that obviously can't come to common ground and just be fucking truthful that y'all hate each other and go about your own day. That's the shit that blows my mind. You're never going to get into the situation unless two people are dedicated to drive across the fucking country to fight each other, which is stupid, which is that you might as well just fucking bring the handcuffs with you because you show intent to do harm to somebody, even if you don't make it there. It's fucking stupid to me, bro. And I'm just being real with you because at the end of the day, I get what you're saying. I have that mindset. I used to think that way. I used to think that I had to fucking defend everybody every time anything was said that I didn't agree with. But that just, for me, that just made the shit worse because people knew that got under my skin. People knew it irritated me. So they pushed harder on me and pushed harder on the ones that I loved. And to be honest with you, that's why they're pushing so goddamn hard on Payday, because from the rip, when I brought Payday into this shit, They tried to push on me and it didn't work. So they went to the next one that was weaker. So I spent a lot of time with Payday talking to him, letting him know that this shit is just minimal bullshit. It's not a big deal, bro. Don't let this shit bother you. And then because the knife wasn't taken off of either throat, nobody wanted to wave a fucking white flag and say, yep, you're right, fuck you, and keep going. It got worse. So then I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not going to tell Payday not to say a goddamn thing because now they're threatening to do shit to him. So I step back and try to take a common approach, a sensible approach to the people that are threatening this kid and try to come at them civilized and say, look, I don't give a fuck. Come at me, talk shit about me till you grow old and gray. Leave that kid alone. He ain't said nothing about you in some time. Leave it be. That's a sensible way that I end shit like this. I don't think fighting and going across the state and sword fighting in the middle of Nashville it's not logical to me. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't solve the problem. It creates a bigger issue because now when you both go to jail, then you got whole herds of people now physically pissed off because two people are in jail. It's stupid.
Well, that's like the other night in the live. You know, I tried, after Sly came up the first time, I tried to get her to come back, be a little more civilized. Let's talk and try to work it out. It didn't work. She was a little wound up, I'll say, for better terms. And it just, you know, because if both parties can sit and be civilized, one ask a question, let the other person answer, and then vice versa, you know, the other person get a question in, maybe we can get something worked out. Kind of like when I had AD come up.
I'm going to say this. You'll never get that without people that are going to create content because people have to fuel what they've built. That's what my point is. How do you stop doing this if that's what your channel is structured off of?
Well, that's the thing though. If I can have two people that have an issue up on my panel and hopefully get it worked out between them two, then that would be great. And I commended AD for coming up because when he came up, there was 4 or 5 other people on my panel. So he just came into a enemy territory. And I commended him. He was on there for probably an hour and a half and conducted himself in a very good manner. People I had on my panel, you know, 1 or 2 of them opened up as soon as they got there, but within
throw them out, bro. That's what I'm saying. People got to be more comfortable of saying, hey, what you're doing, I believe is wrong. I'm not saying that any fucking buddy is wrong. What I think shouldn't matter. And when it's my channel or my situation, they go. That's why I had to get Sally out here. I wasn't being disrespectful to Sally, but I felt like that was something that Sally maybe shouldn't have said. But then there was a good opportunity that Sally did, or a possibility that Sally didn't hear what I said at the start of the stream. I don't care if you come up there, but don't bash anybody and try to fucking start a feud in the chat. I don't want to. It's not what this is about. I respect Sally for coming up here because I think
I'm still here.
No, I know you are, but I want to say this. I think you got off on the wrong leg on this situation with me because around the time that I seen you make your entrance, I started to sit back and pay attention. And one thing I noticed is that everybody that was on that other side is real loyal to being on that other side. And everybody that's on our side is real loyal to being on our side. But when I seen that and I seen that divide was right there, I knew that there was no way that you're going to stop this shit unless people start focusing. Bro, at the end of the day, if everybody was here to end it with Payday, people would find if they really enjoy fucking fighting and bickering, find something worth fighting about. Find something worth arguing about.
This is the thing though, Kurt. So I didn't make that, and that's all we've ever asked the whole time is don't talk about us. I mean, like I told them, don't put my name in your mouth. For like 2 weeks, I didn't make no and I'll get this straight. I do not care about YouTube. I make plenty of money. I got plenty of money. YouTube is not the channel. I don't care about any. I don't want subscribe. I mean, I don't need monetization, none of that. But for 2 weeks, I didn't make any videos in them because they didn't say anything. Well, then they started talking shit again. So I just clipped it a week ago of her talking on an early morning live, talking to her little supporters about we need to start some fights. That girl lives on drama. We could all be quiet and she's still going to cause drama. Well, and I'm just not going to put up with her threatening to kill Jamie and threatening Payday's life and threatening Rebel 45. I'm not going to put up with it.
Well, that's where we have to agree to disagree, because I am not either, but the way that you do it and the way that I do it is going to be different. I promise, because I don't think that
will.
I just don't think bringing the attention that they want is the way you solve something. I think have you ever heard the statement real G's move in silence? People that are really about understanding how people work, they don't need to tell other people what they're doing. They don't need to televise, hey, this is my plan. They just do their plan. They move how they move. And when somebody notices them, they say, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing, because they don't give a fuck about what other people think. That's what it is, bro. That's where I stand. If you don't like it, it is what it is. I will live to fight another day. And that's where it goes, bro. I don't think that this internet tough guy is a good look. That's my opinion. I can have that.
Oh, I'm not no internet tough guy for sure. I've never claimed that.
But I didn't say you were an internet tough guy, but the persona that you give off to people that see you only on the internet, that's all they know, homie. Like, no disrespect, but they don't know you in your personal life. So you might really be about that life. And I don't take that from you. There's a possibility that you are about that life, but they don't see that. They see you behind a fucking picture and they're trolling you and you're getting pissed off, and then you become an internet tough guy. That's how that works.
I'm not thin skinned. There's nothing that bothers me. I mean, it don't bother me. It's just I don't stand for it. I don't stand for children to be threatened. And a lot of people says, oh, well, she wasn't like, what do you mean when you say you're going to wrap his hair around his throat so tight? No, I didn't threaten to kill him, but what does that mean? You're not going to take him out to eat like that.
I don't agree with that. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with that, but I think there's a better way to handle that, which I've took that route.
But you engage with that community. That's what I'm saying.
That's the route I took, Sally. That's what you're not understanding, man. The route I took is the route of being an adult, in my opinion, and handling it as an adult. Going into that community, understanding what the fuck those people are about, and coming to them. I had AD fucking trying to block me yesterday, dude. I was telling him he was trolling about his medicine video, that he was having naked people run around and put weed on his chest. I was calling him out. I will talk my shit. I have no fear of talking my shit, and wherever I go. I still have a little bit of an understanding of what type of people they are. Not saying they're any type of people. I'm just saying I understand their community. So I respectfully ask them, hey, I don't give a fuck if you troll me. I don't give a fuck who you troll. Keep Payday and Payday's mom out of your mouth. And I left it at that. You know what I was said? That will be done. Will it be done? I don't know. I'm going to hold them to their word and expect that to be what it is. And if it's not, then I'll act after that. But I'm not going to fucking wave these war flags and come marching out of the fucking woods and just go running over people for no fucking reason, because I think that they've said what they've said. Now I'm taking everybody out. I don't believe in that, dude. I'm sorry. That's it, dude. That's why I was in that community, and I will stay in that community, because like I told you, I respect what AD did with the apology that he did to me. I respect that.
Yeah.
Wick, I see you. You want your camera on? Wick, you in the back seat?
I gotta drop these materials.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. And like I said, dog, no disrespect to you. I respect everybody in the YouTube game. But much love.
Yeah, it's all good.
But hey, listen, and I hate to cut this short. I'll go live again. I forgot. I gotta be to my wife's grandmother's in 6 minutes or 11 minutes. Wick, I'm gonna throw you up real quick, and then I gotta get out of here. Wick, here you are. What's up, buddy? I can't hear you though.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Not much, man. How are you?
Chilling. I was just thinking, man, like watching all this drama play out. Like, I don't know any of it that's going on, but
right.
I mean, there's real shit going on, like in the world, that we could be putting our attention towards. I don't know. That's my opinion. And creating, a problem amongst brethren or in groups or whatever, the base, whatever you want to call it. I don't know that that's a good, that's a good look, and that's a good way to go about things. I feel like there's grown up ways to handle things. And, I mean, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I don't know. That's how I grew up. But I mean, there's just real shit. There's real shit happening in the world that I feel like more people should be paying attention to. Like, I mean, I know I talked to you a little bit on Instagram about it, but I mean, they're trying to take and I know it's on a weird,
Hey,
it's in weird language.
I don't mean to cut you off, but listen, if I do this after I get back from her grandmother's, are you willing to come up and just talk with me? I'll pull you up because I think I really want to hear your opinion on this, dog. I do, because I've seen you in all the communities. I see you pay a lot of attention to the communities and what's going on, and you have some valid. You stand for what I'm talking about. Like, we could put our focus on so much better shit, dude. I make YouTube videos on my phone, reaction videos. I would love to show people how to grow their community and be a part of fucking something bigger than this troll shit. But it's hard to do this shit when everybody's wrapped up in negativity. And I think it's their own personal issues, and they don't have the ability to take it out on the people they care about because they don't want to destroy their life. So they get on the internet and they do it on the internet. And it is what it is. People should learn that that's a form you have to accept. That's a form of communication. So this is something I really would think would be cool if me and you talked about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So listen, what I'm going to do is I'll send you on Instagram. I'll send you the direct link. And then when I get back, I'll send you that link. I'll go live and you can pop in.
That sounds good, man. Hey, appreciate it.
Hey, I appreciate you, Wixer, and I appreciate all the love and support you show in the community, dog. You're a fine, outstanding example of what this community is, dude. If somebody asks me what is Creek Squad, hey, I'm pointing at Wixer because I think you're a good example of it, dog.
Well, I appreciate that. I have my faults for sure, but I mean, it's just the drama. The drama has destroyed. You know, I've been in this for a long time, and the groups of people that drama has destroyed is
that's what I want to talk about. So
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. That's why I want to speak to you, because I know you've been around for a while, and people don't understand that going back to the roots and understanding what this shit stands for is really what's going to change this shit. It's not about keeping it a secret and everybody afraid to talk about it. Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? So we'll go live when I get back, dog.
Yes, sir.
Hey. I appreciate you, Wick.
All right. Thank you.
Y'all heard it. When I get back, we're going live with Wixer. I'm sorry I didn't read the chat, but I'm being a bad spouse, a bad father. So I got to get out of here. I love y'all. I got to go. Happy birthday, Gigi. Much love. See you in a little bit. Peace. Hey, remember,